In the spotlight tonight is Sandra Piddock from Plymouth, a retired catering supervisor, and her specialist subject is Coronation Street. Gaurav Gollerkeri from London, a consultant. His subject is the adventures of Asterix. Martyn Brooks from Bristol, a taxi driver. His subject is Bob Dylan. And Jerry Smith from Ashford, a retired publican. And his subject, the Ramage novels of Dudley Pope. Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, John Humphreys. One chair, 2 rounds of questions and 4 contenders all trying to become the nation's mastermind. As ever, they will be quizzed on their specialist subject and on their general knowledge, but the real enemy is the clock. 2 minutes is all they get, as you know. Tonight's winner will go through to the next round and, who knows, perhaps the final. So, let's have our first contender, please. And your name is?
Sandra Piddock.
And your occupation?
I'm a retired catering supervisor.
And your chosen subject?
Coronation Street.
Coronation Street in 2 minutes, starting now. Coronation Street was created by which writer who at one point planned to call it Florizel Street?
Tony Warren.
Yes, what was removed from a drunk Kevin Webster during Des and Steph Barnes' housewarming party in 1990?
A moustache.
Yes, which travel agency did Alec Gilroy take over when he returned to Weatherfield?
Sunliners.
Yes, the first episode of Coronation Street was transmitted in which month of 1960?
December.
Correct. After Curly Watts bought number 7, he decided to have the loft converted into what?
An observatory.
Yes, whose beloved Rover car was wrecked in 1983 when Eddie Yates backed the council bin lorry into it?
Mike Baldwin's.
Annie Walker. Mayor Alf Roberts cancelled the twinning of Weatherfield with which French town after Fred Elliott was accused of bribery during a black pudding contest?
1984.
Charleville. What was the name of Percy Sugden's budgie who accompanied him when he became Emily Bishop's lodger?
Randy.
Yes, which mission had been Ina Sharple's home for 30 years until its demolition in 1968?
The Glad Tidings mission.
Yes, the programme's theme tune was written by which composer who died in 1966?
Eric Spear.
Correct. In 1974, 8 of the female characters enjoyed a holiday in Mallorca after Bette Lynch won which competition?
Barmaid of the Year.
No, Spot the Ball. Which character was Reg Holdsworth trying to seduce when Derek Wilton drilled through the floor and punctured Reg's waterbed?
Maureen Naylor.
Yes, Hilda Ogden left Coronation Street at Christmas 1987 to become the live-in housekeeper to which doctor for whom she had previously cleaned?
Dr. Lowther. Yes,
what was the name of the Rovers Return's third bar, along with the public bar and the Snug, although they were knocked into one during the refurbishment after the 1986 fire?
The Select.
Yes, which actress began playing Betty Turpin in 1969, although she'd auditioned for the role of Hilda Ogden 5 years earlier?
Betty Driver.
Yes, which actor played Robert Croft, the leader of a hippie commune that took over number 11 in 1968?
Pass.
What was the name of the boat built by Jerry Booth whose maiden voyage ended in disaster when it capsized with Stan Ogden on board?
Shangri-La.
Yes, who replaced Mervyn Watson as the programme's producer in 91 and later became the executive producer?
Brian Park.
Carolyn Reynolds. You had just one pass. Martin Shaw was the actor who played Robert Croft. One pass, Sandra Piddock, 13 points.
Oh,
And our next contender, please. And your name?
Gaurav Gollerkeri.
Your occupation?
Consultant.
And your chosen subject?
The Adventures of Asterix.
The Adventures of Asterix in 2 minutes, starting now. According to the opening page of each of the Asterix adventures, in which year do the stories take place?
50 BC.
Yes, what does the village druid Getafix use to cut mistletoe for the magic potion that gives the villagers their strength?
A golden sickle.
Yes, in which story do the theatrical characters Laurence Olivius and Alec Guinness appear?
Asterix at the Cauldron.
Yes, Asterix and Obelix returned the Roman prisoner Chief Boney was a warrior Weavix to which Mediterranean island?
Corsica.
Yes, when the village chief Vital Statistics appears for the first time in any particular story, he's usually being carried on what object?
A shield.
Yes, in Asterix in Britain, Asterix's cousin Anticlimax is a member of which tribe of expert rowers?
The Oxbridgians.
The Oxbridgienses, yes. Which story is a satire of real estate development and was the first published story not to mention Asterix in its title?
The Mansions of the Gods.
Yes, in Asterix in Britain, the band who are top of the bardic charts bear a remarkable resemblance to the members of which pop group?
The Beatles.
Yes, what's the name of Vital Statistics' nephew who is sent to the Gauls village for a holiday in Asterix and the Normans so they can make a man of him?
Just for Kicks.
Correct. In Asterix and the Secret Weapon, what does the secret weapon turn out to be?
Convolvulus, a Roman agent.
100 women. The Normans travel to Gaul because they do not know the meaning of what?
Fear.
Yes, what's the first name of the son of the Spanish chief Huevos y Bacon, who was kidnapped by the Romans in Asterix in Spain?
Pericles or Pepe.
Yes, the 4 Roman camps that surround Asterix village are called Aquarium, Laudunum, Totorum, and what?
Compendium.
Yes, in which adventure does the drunken Roman Tremens Delirius receive the Gauls village as a reward for 20 years' service in the army?
Asterix and Caesar's Gift.
Correct. In Asterix in Switzerland, which flower must Asterix and Obelix find to cure the poisoned Roman tax inspector?
Edelweiss, the Silver
Yes.
Star.
In Asterix the Gladiator, Asterix and Obelix hitch a lift to Rome on a galley that has come from which Phoenician city?
Pass.
What is the title of the adventure that uses a magic potion to tackle the issue of performance-enhancing drugs in modern sport?
Asterix at the Olympic Games.
Correct. In Asterix, I've started so I'll finish. In Asterix and Cleopatra, how long does the architect Edifice have to build Caesar's palace on the banks of the Nile, for which he calls on the superhuman help of the Gauls?
90 days.
Yes, 3 months. That's how long he has. You had 1 pass. Tyre was the Phoenician city in question. 1 pass. Gaurav Gollerkeri, 16 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Martyn Brooks.
Your occupation?
Taxi driver.
And your specialist subject?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan in 2 minutes, starting now. Bob Dylan's family moved from his birthplace in Duluth to which town in Minnesota when he was 6 years old?
Hibbing.
Correct. What was the name of the high school band in which he played with Bill Marinac, Larry Fabro and Chuck Nara?
The Golden Chords.
The Shadow Blasters. Which album that includes the song Forever Young gave Dylan his first US #1 on the Billboard chart in 1974, 9 years after he first topped the UK album charts?
Planet Waves.
Correct. What was the title of D.A. Pennebaker's documentary of Dylan's 1965 tour of England?
Don't Look Back.
Yes. Which song was recorded live in Liverpool and released as the B-side of the 66 hit single I Want You?
Just Like Tom Thumb's Blues.
Correct. In the sleeve notes of the UK release of Highway 61 Revisited on CD, Dylan is credited for playing the guitar, harmonica, piano and which other very unusual instrument?
Pass.
What was the name of the concert tour that he made with a group of travelling musicians in autumn 1975 and spring 76?
The Rolling Thunder Review.
Correct. Dylan wrote the song Lay Lady Lay for which film, but then submitted it too late to be included?
Midnight Cowboy.
Correct. What stage name did Dylan use in the late 50s when he fronted a short-lived band called the Rock Boppers?
Elston Gunn.
Correct. With which singer-songwriter did Dylan share the billing when he toured America in the summer of '99?
Paul Simon.
Yes. What's the name of the house near Woodstock, which was rented by members of Dylan's band and where most of the Basement Tapes album was recorded?
Big Pink.
Correct. Following his conversion to Christianity, Dylan attended a 3-month course in '79 at which Christian Fellowship School of Discipleship?
The Vineyard Fellowship.
Yes. What's the title of his collection of drawings, which was published by Random House in '94?
Writings and Drawings.
Drawn Blank. Which political event inspired Dylan to write A Hard Rain's Are Gonna Fall?
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Correct. Which '68 album was the first to be released by Dylan after the semi-retirement that followed his motorcycle accident?
John Wesley Harding.
Correct. What was the name of his second wife, whom he married in secret in June '86, only for the marriage to end in divorce 6 years later?
Carolyn Dennis.
Yes. Which song from the Desire album includes the opening lyrics, Hot Chili Peppers in the blistering sun, dust on my face and my cape?
Romance in Durango.
Correct, and we're out of time. You had 1 pass. The other instrument that he played, along with harmonica and all that, was a police car. You couldn't forget that one, could you? 1 pass, Martyn Brooks, 14 points. And our last contender, please. And your name is?
Jerry Smith,
Your occupation?
retired publican.
And your chosen subject?
The Ramage novels of Dudley Pope.
The Ramage novels in 2 minutes, starting now. In the first book in the series, Ramage uses an open boat to evacuate the Marchesa of which small kingdom in Tuscany after the French occupation of Leghorn?
Volterra.
Correct. In Ramage's challenge, who accuses him of cowardice when he's trying to avoid a French frigate off the coast of Tuscany?
Major Cargill.
Correct. When Ramage is promoted to post captain, he's given the command of which ship?
The Kathleen.
The Juno. In Ramage and the Dido, what cargo is being carried by the French frigate Volage when she's intercepted on her way to Martinique?
Pass.
George Weaver held which position on the Jocasta when the ship's company mutinied because of the captain's excessive use of floggings?
Pass.
In Ramage and the Saracens, what's the name of the port where the pirates have their base from which Ramage rescues 700 Sicilians?
Cartagena.
Sidi Rezech. Ramage is given command of what type of ship after he's recovered from the injuries he received at the Battle of Cape St. Vincent?
A brig.
Yes. The surgeon Bowen often plays what game with the sailing master Southwick?
Chess.
Yes. Who accompanies Ramage when he secretly visits Cadiz to meet an agent working for the British, who then gives him information about the Franco-Spanish fleet?
Orsini.
Correct. Lieutenant William Martyn, who's assigned to the Calypso by the Port Admiral at Gibraltar, plays which musical instrument?
He plays the flute.
He does. While Ramage is freeing the captives who are being held on the heliotrope by privateers, he suffers a cutlass wound to which part of his body?
His forehead.
No, his arm. When Ramage is stranded in France on his honeymoon after breakdown of the Peace of Amiens, he seizes which 10-gun brig during his escape?
The Murex.
Yes. Which British captain goes mad and murders his surgeon before ordering his ship to open fire on the Calypso, which is escorting a convoy from the West Indies?
Captain Stevens.
No, Shirley. In Ramage and the Rebels, which island is surrendered to Ramage by its governor, Gottlieb van Sommeren?
Curacao.
Correct. What position does Horace Barrow take during the court-martial of Ramage for the loss of the frigate Sibella?
Judge advocate.
Yes. What's the name of the property, I've started, it's all finished, that Ramage inherits when his uncle Rufus dies?
Aldington.
No, Treffry Hall. You had 2 passes. Captain Stewart was the position he held on the Jocasta, and mango plants was the particular cargo. 2 passes. Jerry Smith, 9 points.
Thank you.
So that's the end of the specialist subject round. Let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 9 points, Jerry Smith. 3rd place with 13 points, Sandra Piddock. 2nd place with 14 points, Martyn Brooks. In the lead with 16 points, Gaurav Gollerkeri. So, general knowledge round now, and if there's a tie at the end, as you will probably know by now, the number of passes get taken into account. So it is sometimes better to take a guess, an educated guess, than to pass. Let's get on with it and ask Jerry Smith to join us again, if he would, please. And I noticed that you are a retired publican.
For my sins.
Well, a lot of people would say what a wonderful job, but I imagine it's hard work, isn't
Very
it?
hard work.
I mean, when you finish at, what, 10:30, 11 o'clock probably nowadays?
Well, when I was there, it was 11 o'clock, and with a kick-out time of 20 past 11, time you cleared up, it's sort of knocking on for midnight, and that's the day gone.
Mind you, can't you stay in bed then in the morning? Or?
No, you had to get up for 8 o'clock, and when the dray came early in the morning, you had to get up even earlier.
Yeah, but, I mean, is it fun doing it?
I love 3 things about it. 1 was talking to the customers. 2 was looking after the beer, which I thought was probably the key to the thing.
Glad to hear you say that.
Best of all was lighting the fire in the winter.
Really? You had a nice log fire or something?
Yeah, we had a big England, it was a Tudor pub.
It sounds like my kind of pub, I must say. Right, well, you have 9 points. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. 2 minutes starting now. Which Soviet statesman was awarded the 1990 Nobel Peace Prize?
Gorbachev.
Correct. Which Canadian city was known as York from 1793 to 1834 when it reverted to its original Iroquois name?
Ottawa.
Toronto. What does the Jewish festival of Rosh Hashanah celebrate?
New Year.
Yes. Which television series about beat officers in Newtown was created after the writer Troy Kennedy Martin listened into police radio messages while confined to bed with mumps?
The Bill.
Z-Cars. At which hospital near Aylesbury did Ludwig Gutmann pioneer athletics as therapy for paraplegics?
Harwood Hospital.
Stoke Mandeville. What's the name of the world's largest passenger ship, which is owned by Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited and made its maiden voyage in 2006?
Queen Mary.
Freedom of the Seas. Which 66-year-old gangster was freed from Wayland Prison in Norfolk on compassionate grounds in August 2000, shortly before his death?
Pass.
In the 19th century, which English city was nicknamed Cottonopolis?
Manchester.
Yes. What's the most commonly used consonant in the English language?
T.
Yes. Which British bats are so named because of the shape of the skin folds around their nostrils that are used to help their echolocation?
Pass.
Which author, better known for his horror stories, wrote the novella on which the film The Shawshank Redemption was based?
Stephen King.
Correct. What's the old name for sodium from which its chemical symbol Na is derived?
Natron.
Correct. About which seasonal song did Irving Berlin say, not only is this the best song I ever wrote, it's the best song anybody ever wrote?
Pass.
Who was the last British sovereign to marry as a reigning monarch?
Queen Victoria.
Yes. Which English composer's first symphony set to text by Walt Whitman is called a sea symphony?
Britain.
Vaughan Williams. Which country joined the Rugby Union's Five Nations Championship in 2000, making it the Six Nations Championship?
Italy.
Yes. Whose first... Started so I'll finish. Whose first novel, Mr. McGregor, published in 1998, tells of a presenter hired to revive an ailing television gardening programme who becomes the nation's latest heartthrob?
I haven't a clue.
Well, then I'll tell you. It was Alan Titchmarsh. And your other passes, the best song ever written, according to Irving Berlin, was White Christmas. It's horseshoe bats that have those little folds of skin around their nostrils. Reggie Cray was The Gangster. And those were your passes. And you have, Jerry Smith, 17 points. And now, Sandra Piddock, please. And it must go without saying that you have watched an enormous amount of Coronation Street for a very long time.
Yes, from, well, virtually the beginning.
It is an extraordinary... Well, it's a phenomenon, not just a programme, isn't
yes,
it?
I think it is.
And
yes.
why? What makes it so?
The basic thing is that it started portraying working class life, and through the years people have said it's not real working class life, it's not this. But it was the first thing that tried to do it. Virtually every street in the country's got an Ina Sharples, an Elsie Tanner, a Vera Duckworth, a Bet Lynch, you know. Also, the quality of the acting. I know the stars like to get in on it now, but they weren't shipped in as stars. I think it was Harry Kershaw said the only star is the programme. I mean, most of them came from Oldham reps, so they were seasoned actors. And,
Although they didn't pick Prince Charles like that, did they?
Oh,
'Cause,
no, he put his
did it.
hand, please, miss, can I be on the show?
He wanted to be on the show.
Oh, yes.
And Ian McKellen, I mean, not exactly
Yes.
a youngster.
It just proves, I mean, a great Shakespearean actor, and he wants to be in Coronation Street.
Exactly right. So, you've got 13 points with it. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. 2 minutes, starting now. Which chairman of the Chinese Communist Party died on the 9th of September 1976, aged 82?
Mousy tongue,
Correct. The Eurasian species of which nocturnal mammal native to Britain has the scientific name Meles meles?
badger,
Yes. Which French past participle from the verb to apply is used for a piece of material stitched onto another piece?
applique,
Correct. What's the name of the inscribed slab discovered in 1799 that was the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphics?
the Rosetta Stone,
Correct. Which writer worked as a journalist for the Irish Times, publishing her first novel, Light a Penny Candle, in 1982?
Edna O'Brien,
Maeve Binchy. What name is given to Haydn Symphony No. 101 because of the regular rhythmic accompaniment with which the second movement opens?
the Clock Symphony,
Correct. The current name of which Asian capital city means northern capital in Mandarin?
Beijing,
Yes. Which style journalists were the original presenters of the television makeover show What Not to Wear?
Susanna Constantine and Trini Woodall,
Correct. In Norse mythology, what name's given to the hall where warriors killed in battle spend eternity in joyful feasting presided over by the god Odin?
Valhalla,
Yes. Which Cole Porter musical is based on Shakespeare's play The Taming of the Shrew?
Kiss Me Kate,
Correct. In which county of Northern Ireland are the Mountains of Mourne situated?
Galway,
Down. Marilyn Monroe converted to Judaism on her marriage to which of her husbands?
Arthur Miller,
Yes. What name's given to the system of farming in northern Scotland and the outer islands where each tenant has a small area of arable land and shares common land for grazing?
share farming,
Crofting. Which human rights organisation was founded in 1934 with the author E.M. Foster as its first president?
Amnesty International,
National Council for Civil Liberties. What alternative name for the Plantagenet Kings of England comes from the French countship held by Henry II at his accession in 1154?
Angevin,
Yes. Fay Weldon is generally credited with writing which breakfast slogan when she worked in advertising in the 1960s?
go to work on an egg,
Correct. Which toy has a name thought to mean come, come or return in one of the Filipino languages?
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo is correct. No passes. You now have a total, Sandra Piddock, of 26 points. And Martyn Brooks now, please. Now, Bob Dylan. There's a star.
Indeed.
500 songs, 40 albums. That's an enormous output.
There's been one or two sort of idle periods, but in the main, he's put them out pretty regularly, yeah.
His touring, it's never ending, isn't it?
It started in 1988, and it has become known among the fans as the Never Ending Tour. Yeah, it started June 1988, and since then, he's averaged well over 100 concerts every year.
That's 2 a week. That's an awful lot, isn't it?
That is a great deal, yeah.
And yet, in spite of all of that, he's never been mainstream in the sense that his albums have never sold in great numbers.
Not in great quantities, no. I think in the list of all-time top-selling artists, he's not even in the top 50, I don't think. His sales, his commercial success has never matched his iconic sort of status.
Great songwriter and singer anyway. Yeah. 14 points is what you have so far. 26 is the score you have to beat. Let's see how you do with your general knowledge. 2 minutes starting now. Which word for a golf course comes from the Old English for rising ground?
Links?
Yes. In which 70s television series did 3 beautiful former policewomen work for the Los Angeles detective agency Downs End Investigations?
Charlie's Angels.
Yes. What was the first synthetic plastic developed in 1869 by the American inventor John Hyatt and used in the making of early films?
Celluloid?
Yes. Which band formed in Sheffield in the 1980s took its name from a fictional group mentioned in Anthony Burgess's novel A Clockwork Orange?
Heaven 17.
Correct. Gravies, birchals and mountain are species of which African mammal?
Buffalo?
Zebra. What name derived from the Italian for circulation is given to the financial system in which a bank or post office transfers money directly from one account to another?
Gyro?
Yes. Which writer published his first volume of verse, Wessex Poems, in 1898 after he gave up writing novels?
Thomas Hardy?
Correct. A tiding and a tittering are among the collective nouns for which members of the crow family?
Raven?
Magpies. La Grande Boucle Féminine, won in 2006 by Britain's Nicole Cook, is one of the premier events in which sport?
Pass.
At the instigation of the Italian-American Civil Rights League, what term is never used in the film The Godfather?
Mafia.
Yes. During the burning of Rome, Nero sang about the destruction of which city, according to Tacitus and Dio Cassius?
Pass.
Which American country singer who had a hit single with Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue in 1977 is the younger sister of Loretta Lynn?
Crystal Gale.
Correct. Which King of England who died in 1154 is buried in Faversham Abbey in Kent, along with his wife Matilda and son Eustace?
Henry IV.
Stephen. By what name is the French Christmas cake Bûche de Noël commonly known in Britain?
Pass.
2 main Live Aid concerts were staged simultaneously on 13th of July 1985. One was at Wembley. In which American city was the other?
Philadelphia.
Correct. In which county is the beauty spot Lulworth Cove?
Devon.
It was in Dorset, or rather, it is in Dorset. 3 passes. That Bûche de Noël is a Yule or Christmas log. Troy was the city, and women's cycling is what awards the La Grande Boucle Féminine. So there we are, 3 passes. Martyn Brooks, 23 points. And finally, Gaurav Gollerkeri, please. Asterix, the Gaul. As somebody who's never read the stuff, I've never been quite sure whether it's meant to be aimed at children or grown-ups.
I think that's part of the appeal of Asterix. You read the stories as a child, and the exciting part is the adventure and the slapstick comedy and so on. But you read it again when you're slightly older, and the wordplay makes sense, and the cultural allusions and so on.
Now, you're an old hand at this game, aren't you, sitting in chair, but in India?
Yes, I was on University Challenge, the Indian version,
Right.
which is slightly more frenetic than Mastermind, I think.
Well, most programmes are more frenetic than Mastermind.
Yes,
yeah, but,
this is true.
Quizzing is really big in India, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's sort of institutionalized at the school, college, and university level. You have your cricket and your volleyball, and you have the quizzes as well. So it's quite big in that sense.
Right, 16 points is what you have so far. 26 is the score that you have to beat. Let's see if you can do it. 2 minutes on general knowledge starting now. Peter Jackson directed the 2005 remake of which film about a fictional giant ape from Skull Island?
King Kong?
Correct. What alliterative name is given to sources of energy derived from the remains of organisms found in the Earth's crust?
Petroleum?
No, fossil fuels. Who walked out of his tent into a blizzard on Scott's return journey from the South Pole in 1912 saying, "I'm just going outside, maybe sometime"?
Robert Falcon Scott?
No, oats. In 17th century Holland, a speculative frenzy broke out over the sale of which bulbs before the price collapsed in 1637?
Tulips?
Yes. Which is the largest subspecies of tiger?
The Bengal tiger?
The Siberian. What did the American journalist H.L. Mencken define as the theory that the common people know what they want and deserve to get it good and hard?
Popular culture?
Democracy. On which Caribbean island is the Test cricket ground Sabina Park?
Jamaica?
Yes. Which television comedy series set in Seattle featured a psychiatrist played by Kelsey Grammer?
Frasier?
Yes. According to the opening of the novel 1984, what were the clocks striking on a bright, cold day in April?
13 o'clock?
13, yes. Which term used in card games such as whist and bridge for a dominant suit comes from the word triumph?
Trump?
Yes. The Protestants of which country were known as Huguenots in the 16th and 17th centuries?
The Netherlands?
France. In mathematics, what is represented by a symbol that resembles a figure of 8 lying on its side?
Infinity?
Yes. Which former South Korean foreign minister succeeded Kofi Annan as the Secretary General of the United Nations on the 1st of January 2007?
Ban Ki-moon?
Yes. Who had their first entry in the UK singles chart in 1963 with Surfin' USA?
The Sex Pistols?
The Beach Boys. Which New Zealand city is known as the City of Sails because of the number of yachts generally seen in its harbour?
Wellington?
Auckland. In Greek mythology, which sea god was the brother of Zeus and Hades?
Pass.
What name for the high, soft boots, I'll finish the question, worn in the North American Arctic comes from the Yupik for the bearded seal?
Moccasins?
Close, it's mucklucks. Your one pass in Greek mythology, it was Poseidon, the brother of Zeus and Hades. One pass, Gaurav Gollerkeri, 24 points. At the end of the round, at the end of the contest, a close contest, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 17 points, Jerry Smith. In 3rd place with 23 points, Martyn Brooks. In 2nd place with 24 points, Gaurav Gollerkeri. In 1st place with 26 points, Sandra Piddock. Which means that she goes through to the semi-final. Congratulations to her. Do join us next week for more Masterminds. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. If you'd like to be a contender on Mastermind, then please write to Mastermind, BBC Manchester, Oxford Road, PO Box 27, Manchester M60 1SJ, or log on to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind.
Stay with us, University Challenge, next on BBC Two.